Hey boys and girls, Brucie here, and following on from my pedalboard challenge, which you may have seen, to create the smallest possible pedalboard I could possibly do for gigging, which kind of ended up being like this. I wanted to now go on and make something a lot bigger, so I am now going to do the ultimate pedalboard challenge. I want to see how big a pedalboard I need to get everything I need, because there's a few little things missing from here. There is the POG, for example, which I am missing. I need a couple of delays because I use a lot of delay, and I love my RC30 looper. There's a looper built in here, but I do a lot of looping as part of my teaching and part of performance, so I want to get the looper on there as well. My tuner's missing. That was a big compromise when I built this pedalboard. So I need the tuner on there and my wireless system. Stay tuned for the ultimate pedalboard solution, and the other thing I'm going to do with that is prove that I can power it all from a power bank using these bird cord from Songbird Effects USB to 9-volt power supplies. Well, USB to 9-volt power adapters. So let's get on with it. So this is the first draft of my ultimate pedal board. What I've tried to do here is basically put on all the pedals that I want to put on. You might notice here as well, a lot of this stuff is being powered by the bird cord USB to 9-volt adapter. Check out my other videos on that. Really cool, being powered by this power bank that will go underneath. Like I say, this is just an iteration of the board for me to try out at this point in time. I've just added a picture there where you can check out the fact that I had the Hall of Fame reverb in. I've just taken that out and decided to put the flashback in. The reasons for this being is that I realised that whilst I want to do a whole bunch of ambient stuff with my perfect pedal board, that it's not really... I'm not a reverb guy, so I love the reverb. I use this pedal in the studio all the time for messing up sound effects and doing lots of sound design stuff, and I think I will leave it there for the time being. I have reverb on here. So this iteration of the Ultimate Pedalboard Challenge, what I have here is probably going to change. I've got the signal coming into the Polytune, it's running through the Mua Water, into the Tube Screamer, into the Mua Rumble Drive, the Golden Brownie, I'll talk about that in a second, Phase 90, into the POG, Strymon, flashback for the time being, into the looper, and then out into the amplifier box, which is primarily being used as running clean at the moment. I'm probably going to change that around because I want to use the dirt in there. The reason I've done this is actually because I'm doing some work at the moment, recording work. I'm using the XLR out and I couldn't fit it on the pedal board in the way I wanted it. So I need to have a little play around with that, which I will now no doubt do. So that's the reason I've got a lot of drive stuff happening here. But to be honest, I love this pedal. I've stuck this pedal on over my Andy Timmons drive and my Sewer Riot. It's just a great little pedal, and it's a MIDI pedal and fits in really well. And it sounds great through the amplifier box, so I'm kind of wondering if I might just leave it as it is at the moment, but we shall see. I love the Rumble Drive. It sounds great again paired with that. It's probably my favourite sound at the moment, and then I use the Tube Screamer for a bit of boost. Now I've got this all set up, what I'm probably thinking is I'm going to lose the Strymon and replace it with the EHX Canyon pedal. Why? Because the Strymon just requires a lot of powering, and I found that I can power the whole of this pedal board from my T-Rex Fuel Tank Junior and quite easily from the battery pack as well. But the Strymon just is a bit of a large current draw. If I wanted to go and plug something in, I'm going to have all the adapters, its own power adapter. That means I've got to put a power block on there. It gets a little bit messy. So I'm probably going to take this off. And again, I use this quite a lot in the studio. So I'm probably going to take that out and put it back into the studio and replace that with the Canyon. Then I'll leave the flashback on, and I'll have the flashback. As you can see, it's set not very high. This is just to give me a bit of presence and a little bit of delay. So that will just be my kind of everyday average delay. And then I'll use the Canyon for the more kind of effects, or maybe a tape echo. And it's got the looper as well, so double bonus. So this is probably going to change. And I also, whilst this is my ultimate pedal board, you know, and I've got hundreds of other pedals, I'm also trying to keep it small and light and fitting it on the Palmer Pedalboard. So that is my criteria. It is something to develop my sound. It's not to have every single pedal in the world that I have on here. It's just to make the best use of the pedals that I have. Why do I want the looper when I've already got the Boss here? Well, I envisaged that sometimes I might run this in a slightly different configuration and the Boss will come off, because if I'm doing a lot of functionings and stuff like that, I don't use the looper, so I could actually take the looper off and just have the Canyon if I need it. Also, the Canyon is going to work really well. You may have seen my pedalboard challenge, the first of my pedalboard challenge videos, where I was trying to make the smallest board. I think the EHX is going to work really well on there. So there you have it for now. I will post an update as soon as I have one. Hi there, boys and girls. Brucie here. Just wanted to say a massive thank you for checking out my channel. Please do subscribe if you like what you see here. Please do fire away any questions you might have. More than happy to answer them. And if you are in the mood, please do check out my guitar creativity book, which has a whole wealth of information on ways that you can be creative and develop your technique and develop your playing in new and interesting ways. Catch you later.